More than 50 years after Jack Kerouac penned the Bible of the Beat Generation, On the Road has finally been made into a movie. It was always Kerouac's hope. He even wrote to Marlon Brando asking him to play a starring role. But the studios declared it unfilmable, and so it remained, until now. Here's our culture editor, Matthew Cain, on the new release and the original manuscript, which is also going on display.
This 120-foot scroll is the first draft of Jack Kerouac's On the Road, the counterculture classic which helped define the so-called Beat Generation. It was supposedly written in one big blast of energy in April 1951.
Jack could type 100 words a minute, and he didn't want to be breaking his thought with an 8.5 by 11 page. So after he had already made these journeys, collected his notebooks, made several attempts to write the novel, he just sat down in that 3 weeks and focused all of that energy that he'd been building up into typing out this continuous scroll.
The scroll is now going on show at the British Library, and the exhibition will be opened tonight by musician David Amram, a friend of Jack Kerouac and a fellow member of the Beat Generation.
What it was like, the community of artists, poets, painters, writers, and musicians, all of whom spent time together with people who weren't even in the arts. It was kind of an open forum where there was a true sense of community. We were kind of our own 12-step program to encourage one another to continue pursuing the hopeless idea of being some kind of an artist.
The exhibition coincides with the release of a film version of On the Road. It stars Sam Riley as Kerouac's alter ego Sal Paradise and Garrett Hedlund as his charismatic friend Dean Moriarty. The two men set off across America on a meandering search for meaning, fueled by drugs, sex and jazz. Because of its lack of structure, for decades the novel was considered unfilmable. But actor Danny Morgan believes the new film stays true to Kerouac's rejection of conformity and convention.
You're an animal.
Well, I guess I'll go help the missus sweep the tree.
Ass!
It feels like you're just going on this journey and you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know what's going to happen next. You're seeing things and hearing things and feeling things that you haven't felt before. So I think it's very true to the book in that it doesn't follow a typical film structure, and it has like a beat of its own.
The film is being released at a time when interest in the Beat Generation is enjoying a resurgence. Two more films inspired by the movement have already been shot, Big Sur and Kill Your Darlings, and it's leading some people to draw parallels between the social context of post-war America and our own society today.
I think this appeals to different generations because they're attracted to the notion of America as the land of freedom and travel and exploration. But as it turns out, looking for the American dream, if you will, is something that's always fraught with certain problems.
Come on. Don't tell me New York intellectuals don't dance.
One potential difficulty for readers of the novel today is that it was written before the women's liberation movement, and its characterization of women reflects this. Some readers may feel more comfortable with the film, which aims to present fuller female characters. It's released in cinemas on the 12th of October.